Hi, my name is Jeff, and I'm the Technical Publications Manager on the Google Home Partner Engineering team. You might have seen me before in the Home API's Tips and Tricks video. If you haven't, you can find the link in the description below. It's a pretty good video. Today, I'd like to talk about one of the latest tools we've launched on our Home Developer Center, the Home API's knowledge base for Gemini. If you want to use an AI tool to accelerate your Home API's development, this tool is a must. It can be used to help you get started with the APIs, answer questions as you build your app, or even debug and troubleshoot when you run into issues. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Now, I'm going to assume you're familiar with Gemini and how it works in general. To get more useful help from Gemini, you usually have to provide it specific context, such as a set of documents, and do a little prompt engineering, such as telling it what or what not to do. Things like, only use the documents I provided to inform your answer. Don't make anything up. Or, pretend you're a technical writer. Or, write a summary, but don't use passive voice at all. This is a standard way of using Gemini. So why am I talking about this? Because the Home API's knowledge base is simply one piece of that process. It is a text file that is provided to Gemini as context. Basically, what we've done is aggregated a large amount of Home API's content, documentation, and code examples into a single text file. When you provide it to Gemini as context, it has the information it needs to provide more accurate and useful answers to questions about the Home APIs, even for things not explicitly detailed in the file. So how does it work? Let's take a look. If you develop an Android Studio, using the knowledge base is easy. First, make sure you have Android Studio Narwhal or newer. Then install the Gemini and Android Studio plugin. Once all that's set up, clone the Home API's Android sample app repository from GitHub. The knowledge base file is included with that repo. From there, open the Gemini chat pane in Android Studio. Type the @ symbol to select a file to use with Gemini as context. In the autocomplete menu, select the knowledge base file from the list. It's named google-home-api-knowledge-base.txt. Now you can ask your question. The type of question depends on your situation. You might have a normal task-oriented question like, how do I write an automation that sets my light's brightness to 75% at 8 a.m., but only if the light is already on? Or a question about debugging. My app gets an empty list when I try to fetch Google Home structures, and the UI is just blank. What's the right way to handle this? This is the code I'm using. And you can paste in the exact code for review before sending the question. Gemini will use the knowledge base to provide a more detailed, accurate answer. You're probably wondering, Jeff, how much more accurate can it be using this? Shouldn't Gemini know all about the Home APIs already? The short answer is not necessarily. Gemini models are trained on large and varied data sets, spanning all kinds of publicly available information found on the internet, including books, code, and various Google services. This doesn't necessarily include services like the Home APIs. So to improve Gemini's accuracy on questions about the Home APIs, we provide the training data ourselves in the form of context. We ran a comparative test using a large set of evaluation prompts against Gemini 2.5 Pro, testing the performance both with and without the knowledge base file. For scoring, we used an automated LLM as a judge approach, which means that for every question we defined an expected accurate answer. We then asked Gemini to grade the model's actual response against each target to determine accuracy. The inclusion of the knowledge base as context drove a 400% increase in accuracy across all evaluation prompts. Pretty good, huh? But Jeff, what if I want to use a different AI tool? Well, I'm happy to say that you can do that too. Since the knowledge base is simply a text file, you can download it separately and use it as context with another AI tool. Just go to the Home API's Android sample app repo and download it directly. Scan the QR code to go straight to the knowledge base file. And that's how to use the Home API's knowledge base. See, it's not hard at all. Let us know what you think about the knowledge base in the comments below. In our next video, I'll provide some tips and tricks on using AI tools in general, including those found on the Home Developer Center. Until then, happy coding!